Right, you're listening to East FM. The time is coming up to 2 minutes to 8 o'clock now, 9 o'clock, I should say. Now, I'm joined in studio by Jaimee from Crawford Medical. Now, full disclosure, Crawford Medical are big supporters of East FM. In fact, they carry our transmitter up in the roof of the building. Why do they do that? Because where it is at the top of Picton Street, it's one of the highest places in Howick, and it works. We bounce off a signal from a transmission area we've got up in Point View Drive, and it's a straight line shot down to Crawford, and then it comes back down here to East FM. So now you know how everything works. Well, there you go. But we're not here to talk about, well, we are here to talk a little bit about Crawford Medical, but more importantly, we're here to talk about the flu. Now, I said it's very topical because it's in all the local papers today as well. It's in the Eastern Times, it's in the New Zealand Herald, because we're coming up into flu season, as they called it. Now, I'm joined in studio by Jaimee from Crawford's. Good morning, Jaimee. How's it all going?
Morning. Good, thank you.
You're here as a special guest of us here on the Late Breakfast, but you're here more importantly to spread the word and tell us why we should be concerned with flu season just around the corner. Yeah. I mentioned before you came in that last year in Australia, 25,000 people caught the flu.
Yeah.
So it's serious. It's not. I suppose we should alleviate the fears and say, look, it's not COVID, but it's still serious.
No, it's just as serious. It can be very serious. I mean, in New Zealand, it leads to around 500 deaths each year, and many more people end up in hospital. And it's especially tough on those with underlying health conditions as well. Yeah.
So if you've got like asthma or something like that, you should definitely...
cardiovascular risk disease, all those sorts of things, yeah.
And obviously as you get older, it's important as well, isn't it? Because I see it's free for over 60s now, or over 65s or whatever.
Over 65s, yes. Yeah.
So what's involved?
So pretty much the flu vaccine's recommended each year for everyone aged 6 months and over, really. It's particularly important if you're high risk, like asthma, lung conditions, heart disease, diabetes, and if you're going through cancer treatment. It's also very important for people with a history of stroke, neurological conditions and severe mental health conditions, because they're 50% more likely to get the flu than other people. So for many people, the vaccine is free. In pregnancy as well, age 65 and over, and some young children with a history of respiratory conditions. Yeah.
And how effective is it? I guess that's the $64,000 question.
Yeah, in terms of effectiveness, the flu vaccine reduces your risk of getting sick by about 50 to 60%. And if you do catch the flu, it's more likely to be more mild and far less likely to lead to hospitalisation. Okay,
we talked a little bit off air just before coming on this morning, and I said it's kind of a double-edged sword, and it was a little bit tongue-in-cheek. But, I mean, if you ring up your boss and you say, oh, mate, I can't make it in today because I've got the flu, chances are you haven't got the flu, you might just have a cold. But on the other side of the coin is if you're self-employed and you think, well, I got to battle on, soldier on, but you might have the flu and not just a cold. So what are the differences? How can you tell?
So with the flu, you will tend to be more bedridden than your average cold, okay? So you can spend like up to 7 days bedbound. You might be a normally very healthy person who, when they get a cold, can battle on. With influenza A, I find myself, when I had it, I was bedbound for like 7 days straight, and I'm normally up and at it every day. So I guess it's the fatigue and also the ongoing effects. So you can feel sick not just for that time period, but you can also have ongoing effects from the flu for weeks after.
Now we're coming into flu season, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. Probably
just
like
around the
late
corner.
May they're projecting is a really good time to get your vaccine as well, as it lasts about 4 months, the vaccine.
If I wanted to get a vaccine, if I rocked up at Crawford or something like that, obviously you could probably have to make an appointment.
No, you actually can just walk in. We have signs outside. You can just wander in. It's quick and easy for the most part. We just triage you, see whether you're free or not, because we offer a couple of different vaccines. We have your funded option, and then we have cell-based vaccines which offer broader protection specifically for people aged 50 and over to give a stronger immune response.
And if the other thing people tell me about, like, once again, full disclosure, I've never had the flu vaccine, although I've been thinking about it in the last couple of years. My parents and my sister all were regular vaccinators.
Yeah.
But they tell me that sometimes you get a little bit sick from the vaccine.
Yeah. So the next day, as your body's building that immunity, we will tell you might feel a little bit more tired, a bit of that sore arm, and sometimes some flu-like symptoms. When I've asked people recently, majority of people can actually just don't feel anything, so it depends on the person.
Yes.
But it's far better than having the flu, trust me.
But we sort of saw that in COVID too, didn't we? Some people just breezed through the vaccinations. I know I did. But other people got quite ill with it.
Yes, that's totally understandable. But like I said, like all doctors and nurses would recommend having a day of sickness versus getting the flu, for sure.
Do you think, and you're probably a little bit biased because you're working in the health system, but
for sure.
Do you think that people that come in regular contact with other humans, i.e. Maybe hairdressers, shopkeepers, whatever, they should definitely get the vaccine?
Yeah, definitely, because you're protecting those around you as well. So even if you're a healthy person, I mean, you can contract it and be sort of not having any symptoms of the flu and then just pass it on without even knowing you have it. So it's about protecting others, not just yourself.
And you mentioned it before, but we'll mention it again, the high-risk diabetes sufferers.
Yes.
People with heart conditions.
Yes, people with neurological conditions, history of stroke, cardiovascular disease, and all those sorts of things. There are lots of people qualify for a free vaccine. Otherwise, if you don't, it's $40. And a lot of workplaces tend to fund it.
Yes.
And you can usually get it through your work. You can get it for free, just depends on where you work as well.
And how does it sort of infiltrate our body? Is it a virus?
No, so it's not a live vaccine per se. So the standard one's made in an egg, basically, and it's grown in an egg, and it goes in and it works over 2 weeks to bring up your immunity to the disease. Yeah, it's not a live vaccine. And it's also completely safe to have in conjunction with a COVID booster on the other side. Okay, you can have it safely with any other vaccine as well.
Now, we talked a little bit about COVID. Is COVID still a thing?
Oh, it's still rampant, definitely.
Yes.
It just ripped through our work a few weeks ago. So you can still get boosters for COVID. It's kind of tapered down a wee bit. So like over 75s are still eligible for 2 boosters a year, under 65s 1. But if you're still keen to have one, you pretty much can have a booster, especially if you're travelling and things like that.
Okay, so here's the scenario. I've decided I want to get my flu vaccination. So I go up to Crawford because that's where I get my doctoring done.
Yeah.
How long will it take me?
So if you walk in, you'll get placed on the nurse's queue.
Yes.
And so if there might be like a 10-minute wait.
Yes.
Pretty much we just bring you in the room, screen you, jab you, and then you just have to wait for 10 to 15 minutes afterwards. The wait time has reduced significantly, especially because lots of people have been getting them for years and years. So 20 minutes can be a bit of time for them to wait, and a sort of barrier, because they just want to come in and out and go home sort of thing.
Is the wait period to see if there's going to be any side effects?
Yes, just to see if you have any sort of allergic reaction or anything like that. Even if you've had it before, we just want to be safe in that regard.
And if you qualify, it's free, and if not, you pay a small amount. But I mean, we're talking about your health. You shouldn't mess around with dollars and cents.
Definitely not.
Right, and is the demand great?
Oh my goodness, yeah. So me and my other colleague G, we're leading the flu vaccine clinic this year, and on our first day, we pretty much had people lining up outside and like going through, and it was an extremely busy day for us, but it's all worth it because we're keeping everyone safe.
And I guess that's a testimony to say that it works.
Yeah, definitely.
People are queuing up to get it.
The uptake is huge. I mean, especially if they go and see their doctor will just suggest it.
Yes.
They'll listen and obviously come straight to the nurse after seeing their doctor. That's a big uptake.
And I noticed the effectiveness is pretty good too, 50 to 80% effective.
Yes. So obviously, if you just get the flu normally, you're just going to be really sick for weeks. So if you're having the flu, you can still get the flu, but it's going to be much, much better, and you'll feel much less sick and able to come back to work a bit sooner.
Okay, so if people want to find out more, can they get in touch with Crawford's, or do they just need to take a chance, roll the dice, rock up?
They can call us. They can book via Manage My Health, which is an app that a lot of GP clinics use, which we're linked to. So just book under Flu Vaccine Clinic. Rock up or call us if you have any questions on 095380083. Put a little plug in there.
Oh, look, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That phone number is so hard for me to remember. I tell you, every time I think, I've got to ring the doctor. Oh, God, I've got to look it up. Okay, so let's go back through the basics once again. The vaccine can be free if you suffer from lung conditions, heart disease, diabetes, kidney disease, cancer or ongoing cancer treatments, history of stroke or neurological conditions, and severe mental health conditions such as schizophrenia. Okay, so that's covered basically, and that's everything.
It covers like quite a broad spectrum of the population, to be honest.
And as we mentioned before, the elderly are particularly susceptible to to the flu, I should say. It probably fleas as well. Who knows?
Their immune system gets lower over the years as you're getting older as well, and they're living in those big retirement villages.
Well, I guess that's a perfect breeding ground, isn't it?
Bowls and whatever. So they're mingling a lot and catching it off each other.
And lots of interaction with. My mum had an apartment at what used to be the Baptist home, but I don't know what it's called now. But so they're interacting all the time. And it was certainly like when COVID was a big thing, they were in lockdown all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, thank you, Jaimee, for coming in. I really, really appreciate it. Hopefully you're not too busy now that the word's got out.
Oh, I think we're going to be busy for the next few weeks still coming, but that's okay. I hope to see some of you coming up to Crawford, get your flu vaccine and keep everyone safe this winter. It's
the right thing to do, folks. I mean, from my point of view, I'm thinking, yes, I should probably get it this year. I'm not getting any younger. None of us are. So, yes, if you've thought about it and you've been putting it off, don't. Go and do it. It's for your health. It's for your own health and the healthy people around you. Thanks, Jaimee. Thanks for coming in. Really appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
And enjoy what is going to be a very, very busy time, I would suggest.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, no worries at all.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.